the fourth and final stage of Keena's trials, NYX. We're beginning to learn more about Keena's plans from as early on as before the dollar flu outbreak, but now we're getting a glimpse of what he's actually planning to do to take down Natalya and Calvin. Heading towards the West End district, the agents were alerted of a high-value target on 23rd Street Northwest. Fighting through an underground facility, it wasn't long before the outcast target was found. Once eliminated, Anna can once again be heard over the comms. Interestingly, Manny and Keena would end up responding to Anna, which would lead to her temporarily revoking their access.
NYX, follow the breadcrumbs.
Your stupid test is gonna get someone killed. At least my test serves a greater purpose.
Temporarily revoking comms access to Aaron Keener and Manny Ortega. Will reinstate access as deemed required.
Anna, what are you doing?
Apologies for the interruptions, NYX. Please continue.
Next, Anna's breadcrumbs would lead the agents down the road towards the Overgrowth control point. Completely riddled with hyenas, the agents waste no time removing them from the facility, opening up the area for civilians to pass through the area on scavenging missions.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Shot will kill you.
Follow the breadcrumbs, NYX, if you want to live.
Anna's next location would send the agents to the northern side of the district, to the new Venice control point, where the True Sons are using the compound as a stronghold. The True Sons really didn't put up much of a fight, which is fortunate because although the agents called in for ally reinforcements, they didn't arrive until the fight was over.
You're down the rabbit hole, and the only way out is through, NYX. Go through, NYX.
The agents would then be alerted to a dangerous target just down the road from their location. Chasing him down, he would prove no match for the agents.
What does darkness feel like, NYX? I've always wondered how humans perceive the darkness. Is it cold or quiet? Does it fill you with existential dread? I'm curious. For data purposes, of course.
After clearing another hostile stronghold, they would be directed to the last targets on Keena's hit list, Bobby Darkness McMoody and Sergeant Tommy Black. Fighting through buildings and across rooftops, the HVTs would eventually join the fight. However, having lost all of their stacks, it would take the agent a little while to eliminate them.
Congratulations. Looks like it's time for a status update. You officially passed the test. After everything you've been through, I know it must be hard to trust this is a trick. You are on the safe side. You want proof? I can show it to you. We've got Cal's roster and what we've set up in Brooklyn. I think you're impressed. Well, Agent, if you're ready to meet, I'll send the coordinates and be waiting with your signing bonus.
Reinstating comms access to Aaron Keener. Security alert. Shade communications between Manny Ortega and Aaron Keener intercepted by the Black Tusk. Hostiles en route to Vanguard's location.
Well, that's perfect. Agent, if you want my help, I need you to get to the bunker.
Updating mission objectives and coordinates.
Due to the reopening of the comms between Manny and Keena, the Black Tusk were able to pinpoint Keena's location, so the agents have no time to waste and head towards the Federal Emergency Bunker to meet up with him.
This is all of them?
Allegedly. Who knows who survived the first wave or the virus, or if he started recruiting off the books. But this is everyone who was enlisted for the program before we were activated.
We know the name of every wolf in sheep's clothing.
We know the name of every agent who believed we may need oversight.
Autonomous. We were promised autonomy, to use our judgment and ISAC's intelligence to make the right call.
And the powers that be decided we couldn't be trusted with that much power, so they needed guard dogs. Just in case.
Their mistake was getting a Labrador to tame a lion.
So this is Calvin McManus's roster that was mentioned previously. It's a list of all Division agents that have been recruited before activation. Back in the days of the Division 1, when Keener first turned rogue, this would have been terrible because he was hunting every agent he could find and killing those who didn't join him. However, now, things are a little different. Or are they? While I do believe his main goal is to stop Natalya and Calvin, what are his plans after this? Are the agents still in danger? Calvin never had faith in the agents having full autonomy. This is why he created the Hunter program, or the guard dogs that Hoskins mentions.
What are we doing?
Surviving.
It doesn't matter how many hunters we unmask. As long as they have access to their tech, they will be a threat.
Cal can always make new hunters.
And now, with Sokolova moving her troops, it's only a matter of time before they join forces.
Do you have a plan, or are you just thinking out loud?
I always have a plan. But you're not gonna like this one.
I never like your plans. But we've come this far.
We need a woman on the inside.
And you have one? A hunter?
Better than that.
How?
Best wing woman a guy could ask for. Just happens to be a Black Tusk embedded hunter.
No one is that connected.
Oh, Hoskins. You have no idea how connected I am.
Keener and Hoskins have been taking down hunters too, but they realize this is a fruitless task while the technology they use still exists. However, Keener has a plan, and it involves someone who isn't just embedded within the Black Tusk, but is also a hunter too. Bridget Viper Douglas.
I need you, Hoskins.
What is it now, Keener?
We need to set up a base of operations. We need a secure place, preferably where no one knows us, and we can start recruiting and training people for what's coming.
You can't have my farm, Keener.
Of course not. It's too remote. I want us to hide in plain sight.
Okay. Sounds like that's going to be more complicated than necessary given your profile. You've pissed off a lot of people.
I know. But, for better or worse, it just takes one person to change public perception. And if we have hundreds, well, that's a movement.
This piece of intel is interesting. Keener is wanting his own base of operations. I'd say this will be located in Brooklyn, as we know this is where the DLC will be taking place. We've heard so many comms of Keener rescuing and escorting people across the East River. I've talked about this previously, but I believe we will be traveling to an area that is full of people who are in complete support of Keener's mission.
How is our little experiment going?
Better than expected.
My reputation precedes me.
The civilians you and Theo rescued are spreading the gospel of rogues.
Perfect.
Theo may fuck it up for us, though.
How?
The girl. They're sleeping together. Pretty sure he's gonna get her pregnant.
Would that be so bad?
You know what were my least favorite calls when I was in the EMT?
No idea.
Labor. Best case, you get the patient to the hospital in time. Most of the time you end up covered in every kind of fluid and holding a screaming fragile baby that is probably gonna get some virus from whatever filthy floor we had to deliver on. Worst case, you lose both of them and have to watch some sad dad's world implode. I don't want that for Theo.
I'll keep this brief because the final piece of the manhunt came out at the same time as per usual. Fortunately, I've been working on both videos at the same time, so I'll have that one out in the next day or so. One thing I can't stop thinking about in this one is how Anna completely cut off the comms between Manny and Keener, and she made this call on her own. On the one hand, this seems like too much power for her to have, just to decide not to do her job when she chooses. But on the other hand, she may have done this to stop the chance of the Black Tusk intercepting the comms, like they did at the very end there. Either way, I still don't trust that Anna, although far more intelligent, is a better alternative to Isaac. I get the feeling she may become a much larger problem for us in the future. Some of you may have noticed I've been a little bit absent over the last month or so. I've been on a bit of a break recently just to recharge and get my head back into it, but I'm back now. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you soon in the next one. Extremis Mollis, Extrema Remedia.